Look at this beautiful thing. This is the Yaki Blue, and this one was sent to me by Stanbyandfire on the Hot Pepper Forum. Thanks, Steve. This is a cross between C.annuum, Filius Blue, and a Bhut Jolokia. And you've seen some photographs, or you will see some photographs that I've found on the web. When they're not ripe, the pods are blue, bluish purple, and then they ripen to a very interesting colour. Bits of red and brown in between. Very, very cool looking pod. So let's have a look inside, see what it's like inside. And it smells like a Bhut Jolokia. Now there's actually quite a lot of, let's see if we can get those. There's quite a lot of oil deposits in here. Let's see, where are we? There, where those two seeds are over there. Some oil deposits. A few little spots up and down the placenta. But it does smell very much like a Bhut. Not surprising given that Bhuts have such a strong smell. Yeah, don't quite know how hot this is, but looking at those oil deposits there, I'd say it's going to be fairly warm. So, the beautiful Yaki Blue. Hi, Nigel Carter back again, and today I have a really special one. This, as you've seen in the preamble, this is the Yaki Blue. Not sure how many people are growing this yet, but it's a very, very small number of people. This is a cross between a C.annuum, the Filius Blue, and a Bhut Jolokia. And I think you've seen in the photographs that I've put up, it's a very impressive and cool looking plant, and when the pods are immature, they're blue, bluish purple. That's very, very cool. This is the colour that they ripen to, and from what I can gather, they take forever and then a day to ripen. So I feel very privileged to actually have one of these. Thanks, Stephen, appreciate it. Alright, the Yaki Blue. Cheers. So initially it tastes very much like a Bhut, and it's quite hot, but it's fading. The Bhut flavour is fading very quickly to be replaced by a much more annuum-like flavour. I mean, it really is. And it's a little sweet, not so fruity, but it really does have a very strong annuum flavour. The Bhut flavour hits you straight away, and then that, as you chew it, it slowly fades away to leave you with an annuum flavour that is very vegetably. It's hard to say. It's almost jalapeno-like in a way, but this is an awful lot hotter than a jalapeno. This is a pretty hot pod. It's not as hot as most boots that I've had. Well, boots do tend to vary a lot. This one is maybe twice as hot as a habanero. Maybe a touch more than that. It's a very peppery burn. It's pretty spiky up front of my tongue, and then as it goes down my tongue, it's less spiky and much more like a chinense burn. But up front, my lips and my tongue, it's that sort of stingy annuum-y kind of burn. Yeah, that's quite hot. More than double habanero hot. It's just about getting to the top now. But I still have the nice flavour of the pepper in my mouth. It's not quite hot enough to get rid of that. And it's interesting that the burn up front, on the very front of my tongue now, is really starting to take over. And is really getting very spiky and very hot. My lips too. My lips feel a bit swollen at the moment. And then there's a lot of heat in the back of my mouth, back of my throat, and down my esophagus that isn't nearly so painful. Not nearly so prickly. There's some in the back of my throat, top of my mouth, and then at the back of my throat that is very, very reminiscent of a Bhut Jolokia. Reminiscent of a lot of chinense, in fact. The flavour is excellent. I'm a big fan of the Bhut Jolokia flavour anyway. But this has that to start with, and then the annuum flavour really wins out on the sort of back end. And the heat is quite good. It's a very, very strong burn. The front of my mouth, it's almost like a super hot annuum. But it's really mellowed out as well. It's not just an annuum burn. It's sort of taken some from both. And then it's a bit of it settled in the back of my throat as well. Now I'm not sure where this one is in terms of generations. I honestly don't know. But that's an impressive cross. And it's definitely going down now, and as it goes down, the stinging burn at the front of my tongue is gone. Now I've just got the mellow, much smoother burn that you get with chinense, you get with a boot. Excuse me. And the aftertaste is very nice. It's much more like a boot, the aftertaste. I can't really detect much annuum in the aftertaste. It's very, very similar to the aftertaste from a Bhut Jolokia. The heat is different. It doesn't burn like any other pepper I've eaten. It's a mixture of annuum and chinense or boot, but it has aspects of both mixed together. And then as they fade, the chinense style burn, or the Bhut Jolokia style burn, sort of wins out because it's longer lasting. Back of my throat's a little sore, but never lost the flavour. There's a lot of boot flavour now in the aftertaste. It also has an undercurrent of greenness to it, but I can't detect any annuum type flavour now. So you get a real mixture. That's very interesting. So that was the Yaki Blue. Very cool pepper, and thanks very much, Stephen, for sending me one. I really do appreciate that. I won't be giving out seeds on this one. Yeah, just as the burn fades, it's sort of sliding down my throat. So it's moved from the very back of my mouth, and it's sort of sliding a little bit down my throat to sort of finish behind the Adam's apple here. And in that respect, the only other pepper that's ever done that I've had is a Carolina Reaper. So it's interesting that that the way that travels down and then sort of sits behind the Adam's apple. Go figure. So that was the Yaki Blue. Great pepper, and I feel very privileged to have eaten one. And I thank Stephen very much for sending to me. It's very good of you. So I'll be back with a few more reviews any minute now. So I'll see you later. Bye.